Have you or your clients ever lost out on a home purchase because they were contingent on selling their old home and didn't have a strong enough offer to sway the seller? If you have, then this video is for you. I'm going to tell you how you can get your buyers into their new home faster, with a larger down payment, and without being contingent. I'm Trevor Bennett from NFM Lending in Bellevue, Washington. I've been a mortgage lender for over 20 years, and I'd like to share some of the solutions that I've learned over the years with real estate professionals so that they can use them in their own business to put more deals together. So be sure to subscribe if you want to grow your real estate business. Today we're going to look at a type of bridge loan called an equity advance loan and how your clients can use this type of loan to purchase a property without selling their old property first, and why they'd want to do that. And lastly, we'll look at what it means to qualify for a bridge loan. A bridge loan is essentially a short-term loan that allows someone to use equity from their current home to buy a new property without selling their old property first. So why would someone want to do that? Because we're in a very competitive real estate market. Homes come on the market, and if they're priced correctly, especially in certain price points in certain areas, they sell very fast and often with multiple offers. So if someone has a house to sell, even if it's in escrow, they have to make a contingent offer on that property closing, which means that purchasing the new property is contingent on selling their existing property first. Some sellers may look down on that, especially if there's multiple offers on the table and someone else doesn't have a contingency. They're probably not going to take the offer of someone who is contingent. There's several types of bridge loans, but the one that I'm going to tell you about today is called an equity advance bridge, which enables people to be non-contingent buyers. This is a contingency buster, and it solves that problem in two ways. First, the equity advance loan gives the homeowner access to equity in their current home to be used as down payment on the new house. The buyer uses a conventional mortgage to purchase the new house. The down payment comes from the bridge. Second, the home buyer only has to qualify for the payment on the new home. The payment on the old home is not factored into their debt ratio. It's omitted. In fact, the bridge loan even covers the payment on the old house for up to 6 months, so the home buyer doesn't have to worry about making 2 mortgage payments. After the buyer closes on their new home, they have up to 45 days to list the old home for sale and 180 days to sell. With the home vacant, staged, and marketed, they can sell the home for top dollar. When they sell, the bridge loan, which was secured by the old house, gets paid off. So the family's in their new home, and they only had to move once, and they didn't have to go through that hassle and expense of moving into a VRBO or temporary home and then listing and selling. Let's walk through an example of how we've used this loan with a couple of my clients, Tom and Sue. Tom and his wife Sue owned a beautiful home in Davis, California, valued at about $1.5 million. Their mortgage balance was $600,000. Tom took a new job in Seattle, Washington, and wanted to close on a house in August before his kids started school. They found an amazing home valued at $2 million. The problem was that they didn't have 20% down, which would be $400,000, without liquidating stock and paying taxes. And although his income with the new job was great, it wasn't quite enough to qualify carrying 2 mortgages at the same time. The loan on the house in Davis and the loan in Seattle. So we solved both of those problems. The equity advance loan provided them $500,000, which was even more than they needed. They were able to put 20% down on the new house, plus it covered the closing costs. They used a conventional mortgage on the $2 million home to purchase the new house, and the equity advance bridge loan covered the down payment and the closing costs. It covered all the cash to close. They only had to qualify for the payment on the new house. They closed in August ahead of the school year. Then after closing, they listed their home in Davis, California. Vacant and staged, they were able to get top dollar with multiple offers. This is just an example that shows you how effective this loan can help get your clients into their new home faster and be non-contingent. But I'd love to hear what you think. Have you used this type of loan before? How did it go? Feel free to comment below, and please let me know if you'd like to learn more about how our equity advance loan can help you and your clients. If you'd like to learn more about how you can grow your real estate business through these financial solutions, please be sure to subscribe and follow along.